Nightline continues from New York City with Martin Bashir.
Imagine this scenario for a moment. One of the largest train stations in the country, thousands of people coming and going, and then all of a sudden, hundreds of people stop, mid-stride, frozen, and they stay there for a matter of minutes. Very strange, you might think. In fact, it's very disruptive, but it's also become one of the funniest moments ever captured on tape, as Dan Harris reports.
This is so weird.
I don't understand what's going on.
I don't either.
This video, showing 207 people frozen in place in New York's Grand Central Station, has drawn more than 3 million viewers on YouTube in the past 2 weeks.
No, they are not moving. I can't move my car. I need some help. Never mind. They're moving.
It's the latest of 75 stunts pulled off by a group called Improv Everywhere, led by this guy, 29-year-old comedian Charlie Todd, who's also staged a synchronized swimming display in a local fountain, flooded a Best Buy store with scores of fake salespeople, sent shoppers shopping in slow motion at a Home Depot, and planted a tuxedo-clad bathroom attendant at a McDonald's.
Let me get you some soap down there, sir. Sorry about that.
So the natural question when one watches all of these pranks is, why? I mean, what happened to you in your childhood that this is now your profession?
It is just for the sake of doing it. I get excited about coming up with a crazy idea and then making it happen. And we try to do pranks that are more about just being hilarious and making somebody laugh or smile and giving somebody an awesome story to tell.
And so the pranks he pulls, like holding bingo games on subway cars,
Those of you who are just stepping on, this is the bingo car. We're in the middle of the bingo game.
have no victims.
These people have just met and they're playing bingo together.
Hi, Christy. Nice to meet you.
A lot of the things that we do, we're the ones that act like fools. And it's the everyday people who encounter us who are kind of the straight man to us, having to react to the unusual behavior that we're doing.
Unusual behavior like riding the subway without pants on. 900 New Yorkers took part in this year's 7th annual No Pants Subway Ride.
You tell them they are not supposed to act like they are doing this together.
I tell people, if someone comes up to you and says, seriously, what's going on? You're just supposed to say, I forgot my pants. It's really cold and I'm upset about it.
These elaborate missions, as Charlie calls them, often require a lot of planning. Take the cell phone symphony. 30 agents checked their bags in a bookstore, and another 30 called their phones all at once. In 2005, Charlie had 70 agents pose in the windows of a local store.
There's 70 windows in those stores, and there's fluorescent lighting behind them, and it's just very striking to look at that building.
They held up signs asking people to look up more.
Then they did jumping jacks together, and then they all danced together, and then we would have dance solos where window number 42 would dance and everyone else would point at him.
And on the night of a sold-out U2 show at Madison Square Garden, Charlie dressed 4 of his agents as members of the band. 80 more agents were waiting in line with ticket holders for the real concert.
We had them all make a mad dash from the garden down to here to kind of create a little bit of hysteria in the neighborhood. So them just screaming, going like, U2's on the roof, U2's on the roof.
And the band performed.
From a rented PA system and 4 flights down, he sounded fine.
But Frozen Grand Central has been Charlie's biggest hit so far.
Do you feel any pressure to try to top Frozen Grand Central?
To me, it's like, you did that idea, and it was great. You're not going to top it by doing it again. What's your next thing? What's your new idea?
So what's his new idea? He's not telling. I'm Dan Harris for Nightline in New York.
The merry prankster sure to strike again, so keep a lookout. Our thanks to Dan Harris. And when we come back, a new law says every man's home is his castle and he can defend it with deadly force.
ABC News Nightline, brought to you by Geico.